Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having tea this morning in my beautiful Remember Guatape, which was a beautiful little town we visited in Colombia um, on a lovely trip with my oldest daughter and her family, which I learned a lot during in lots of different ways. And The first message I have from the guides, angels, and companions I work with is stay curious, especially in our golden years, because we can be socialized into thinking that our life is really over, our usefulness is gone, our impact is diminishing, our bodies are fading. Staying curious brings you lots of new ideas, information, experiences, and keeps life more vibrant. So stay curious, stay connected, be open, willing, and ready to your higher power guidance team, light team, galactic team, whatever you are in the belief system of. It doesn't matter. It is the permission that you're giving them to come in and help you make this life just a little easier, a little spicier, a little more enjoyable. So, we are in the very deep energy of this Aries full moon. And we're also going to have a lunar eclipse during the full moon, which amplifies the energy, also can make it a bit chaotic. So you want to be aware of that and aware of that in people around you. Remember, it's all about you, and in them, it's all about them. So if they lash out at you, if things get sticky, it is coming from their place of wounding, of pain. And what is coming up right now, as it does on every full moon, are shadows. The things that we want to release, because they are the things that are working in our depths for us, for our learning, for the shadows come up so we can know what is working within us. What are we dwelling on? What is happening inside that we can choose now to release? So it is happening for us. The full moon is that time of completion. We can be done with layers of what have been weighing on us. Will it all leave at once? Probably not. These things went in different layers. They're going to come out layers at a time. And that really is good, because if all of this funneled out of us at once, our balance would be so off in who we are, how we live life, how we're walking through this world, that it would be quite difficult to manage our everyday life for a while. So understand that as you release things, they'll show up again. But what happens too is they show up gentler. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Jeannie. Okay, well, Jeannie, choose a little spice in your life. What does that look like for you? Open, willing, and ready to receive some fun, some adventure. Create it for yourself. In the warmer weather, one of the little ways that I add spice to my life and adventure is I will put the top down on my car and come home a different way than I normally come home. Usually it'll take longer because I'm always about just getting home. But I'll go up through a little place called Horseshoe Bend, drive along the river. Sometimes I will stop, sit by that river for a minute. Sometimes I can go home the back way through Caldwell, through Nampa. I have lots of opportunities to create little adventures. And for me, that's the spice of life. I am an adventurous soul, and I love the things that show up for me on these little adventures. So we have such a synchronistic reading for this full moon energy that we are in. And I have been told, and I'm tending to think this could be a truism, that putting your crystals out during the full moon when there's an eclipse might not be the best idea, because the energy can be very chaotic. And so you use your own guidance. Julia says, hey, I'm curious about why your tongue, is blue this morning. Blueberry gummies, perhaps? No. That's funny because I took this right before I came in, and I don't generally look at my tongue. Usually it shows up in the back because I use it with a straw. This is an incredible product that I have been on for about a month now, called Methylene Blue. And if you're interested, look up the book by Mark Sloan, The Ultimate Guide or the Definitive Guide to Methylene Blue. It's a 3-hour listen. It's a small book. It's incredible what this product can do. It is a stain. That's what I knew about methylene blue going in. We used it in microbiology to stain slides to show the living and the not living. And yeah, it's really blue. I don't usually get it that blue. Interesting. But I rinsed the glass. I took it with a straw and I rinsed the glass and drank it. And apparently, I mean, it is a very strong stain. So thanks, Julia. I'll have to be aware of that. I think I'll take another sip of tea. It goes away, I'm assuming. Yeah, it matches. It matches my shirt. Blue is one of my favorite colors. On my tongue, maybe not so much. But it is an incredible product with many, many health benefits. And so I am so there because remember, we are body, mind, spirit. If we don't take care of the physical, love this physical vehicle, which most of us have been socialized into having poor judgments about, condemnation, hatefulness. I hated this body for so many reasons. When I was a young teen, I wished I'd get cancer. So I would thin out. And I mean, the things we have done, it's now wherever you're at in that process, the time to begin to love your body. What does that look like for you? How are you taking care of it? What are you feeding it? You know, I'm an integrative wellness practitioner. We want to look at everything we are. What I do here is mainly our spiritual, mental, but the physical is this vehicle we've been given to enter this world. And for many of us, we've kind of beaten it up and we're suffering things because of that. They can be reversed. First, by the power of intention. And do not listen to what traditional medicine says about, oh, yeah, that's incurable. So, you know, as Louise Hay said, then it's an inside job. So I'm choosing to reverse some of the things that I have done in the hate and the disregard and the beating up of my body through the years. This incredible vehicle that I was given, the strength and resilience and all of that. So back to the full moon energy. What are we releasing, letting go? The shadows come up, and when they come up, it's rarely fun. I had 2 of them already this morning come up. And it's like, at first I reacted to the, oh, I don't love this feeling. I went, oh, we're in the full moon. This is letting me know that it's present within me still. And that first shadow that came up was not enough. I need to be different. I'm not special enough about this. And well, I'll be vulnerable. I don't, these are not the things I generally share, but it has to do with my oldest granddaughters and that they don't love me as much as they love the other grandparents, because the other grandparents are the fun grandparents, and they're lovely people. And my granddaughters don't see them as often. And so they're very excited to see them. And that, can take me in times of shadow to this, I'm nothing special to them. They really love them more. They're just a lot more fun, all the garbage. Do I know my granddaughters love and adore me? Absolutely. But the shadows come up for the base belief is there's something wrong with me. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not special. Those I'm choosing to let go. Another layer of this has come up in many areas of my life. As I'm sure we all kind of have a couple big themes we came in this lifetime to explore, to learn from, and then to release. So I'm choosing to release that. And I do some processes about it. That's what this retreat is about. It's different tools and processes you can do to work your own energy. I'm all about self-empowerment, because we can do us. We can't do everybody else. But then how we impact everybody else is much higher vibe. So consider the retreat. There are a few spaces left. And I am so excited for what we get to bring. Every year I'm excited, but after going to this retreat last or weekend or so ago, I'm even more excited about what I get to bring because new things have come to me, new expansions, new awarenesses, and that's what keeps life going. So there are options for payments. Consider it. So the first card that's coming up from the Akashic Tarot is reflection. Look at that. What's in the sky but the full moon? And when shadows come up, it is the reflecting to us what is still present within us, what we are carrying that does not serve us in this life. And it is time for a release of a layer of that. You want to reflect on who you really are. Again, do I know I'm a lovable? Do I know I'm a wonderful grandmother? Absolutely. I had a wonderful grandmother, and I'm even more wonderful because I learned from her and I've taken things from other grandmothers, friends that I have. And, it is a choice I make to know that my granddaughters, who are lovely little creatures that treat me with love, respect, and joy and fun. So there's no reality basis in this belief. It is inner, it is ancestral, it is past life, and it is, this life experiences. So I'm choosing to let those go. I'm reflecting on them with this full moon. Write them down on a piece of paper, the things that are coming for you. I have one lovely friend who said they no longer wear big earrings because it draws attention to their face. And she is gorgeous. She is sparkly. She is so damn cute. It's not even funny. And for her to have that belief, for me, is like, are you kidding me? But old things come up. Old things are coming up for us. So know that what is coming up is no longer a truth you have to hold on to. You can let go of layers of this. Reflect on the truth of who you are, what is coming into your field, and what that looks like. The next one I'm going to read because I forgot. I have an idea what it's about. It is the Muse. Look at that beautiful card. It actually has to do with creation and creating using the energies of, that is number 15. Where are we? That's 10. Let's go to 15. The Muse. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness. I mentioned in the last video, this is a great time for creativity. What are you doing to create? Cooking, sewing, crocheting, drawing. I've been making the feather earrings. I've been doing mandalas. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now. And this process of creation is an inside thing, and it can bring through to the world. The mandalas bring through light codes and light energy that I'm grounding in by putting them on the paper. They also serve as a release at times for me of energies that have entered in that I need to let go of. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your projects to the skies. What does that look like? What are you desiring to play with? I took Jack for a walk, not yesterday, because I went to Boise and worked and came home, sat down with the feathers again. I could have taken him for a walk again, and it was a lovely day. I love the outdoors, but that deep desire was to be with Mother Nature's feathers, to create. And so, our passion is where our path lies. So allow your desires to be fulfilled within you, some step towards them. What does that mean? That can mean sitting, thinking about the thing that you desire most in the world right now. What do you desire for you, your family? I'm also in the middle of another course about the galactic energies that have come in that created us, a very different perspective in my existence for who we are here. Open, willing, and ready. What is in this understanding for me? What can help me grow and expand and bring through to the world in my everyday life? That is absolutely where I'm at, where I want to stay, where I've been most of my life, with a huge process of undoing and letting go of huge amounts of ancestral energy that I brought in, as well as you did too. Good morning, Elizabeth. You all brought in ancestral stuff to clear this lifetime. Learn to muscle test yourself and start asking which of these things, or what portion of these things that are shadows for you, are ancestral in origin. And then ask for a way, a process to release them, or an energy person, an energy worker like myself, to help you release them. It is a powerful time we are in this world. This, many of you understand that some of the worst times in our lives, the most difficult, brought us the greatest growth, joy, and things in our lives. That's where our world is right now. We're in that, ooh, scary, tumultuous, oh my gosh, divisive time. So hold on to what is coming, is going to be so amazing. And then your energy is higher, and you're going to make this tumultuous time that we're entering into gentler, smoother, softer. We can impact it. We're not going to stop it, because the change, the shift needs to come, but we can make a big impact on how harsh it is. And the last card that came up today is the Architect, kind of what I was just talking about. The architect, the creator. This is a huge time of creation for us. We've always been creating, but when you stand in your power, and when you are open and willing and ready to your higher power team, only those for your highest and best good are allowed to enter in. When you use that mantra, that is your intention, that is your power. That is when you can really step into your creative aspect. What is it I have desired most of my life? What do I desire? Remember, your passion is your path. My passion is people, is positively impacting people, getting to know people, connecting with people. What does that look like? And just know that, again, this full moon is a chaotic one with the eclipse, and people. Yeah, yay, Elizabeth. I'm wondering if maybe you're on the more petite side now, because you're looking at one too. It's like, I used to think I'm just short for my weight. Well, not I used to think. I guess I still think that I'm short for my weight. If I was 3 inches taller, boy, would I be. I'd feel the same about myself. I still wouldn't love myself and think I was enough, because that is the program so many of us run. Time to release that programming. Release it for your ancestors. A choice. I choose. Very powerful words. That is you standing in your power. Learn who you are. Learn what your power is in this world, and create. Another thing, I mean, I've been creating all over the place, is I created some new candles. I poured candles for the last couple days. I save old candles that no longer burn. I buy candles in the thrift stores, and I melted them all down and filled containers, because it always feels wasteful to me to get rid of those beautiful candle containers. And so I did that and added some scented candle wax to them. And so now I have a bunch of new lovely candles. Creation, creation, creation. Oh, Kim, lovely. She said, I so needed to hear this from you today, dear. We are so much alike in so many ways. We all are so much alike. We are all traveling this world as co-travelers, And again, I started to say, I've had, and it's men, weirdly so. Women don't seem to be as cruel on the internet, but I've had a few men just say just terrible things. And it is their pain that is speaking out. It has nothing to do with me. It couldn't possibly have anything to do with me. They don't know me. And so keep that in mind, as you may be the recipient of people lashing out. And it could be loved ones who are just in reaction. And you can be in response by holding gratitude, shedding pure love and joy. That practice, 2 minutes in the morning, is hugely powerful for shifting your vibration. Then what you get to share with the world is that higher vibration, which is going to mean, Elizabeth says, 5'3", and with all these growing lessons, I'm going to be a basketball player. Woohoo! On another note, I have a 5-year-old granddaughter that is terribly petite, lovely petite, tiniest one on the team. And she's on basketball team now. And although during the season, she didn't make one basket, she had several get up and bounce around. And can this girl dribble? She got the ball one day and dribbled down to the other end and dribbled and dribbled and dribbled and dribbled. We were cracking up because that's what she's good at. And she used it to the best. What are you good at? What are you capable of? Capable of a lot more than you know, but own what you're good at and do that. Create what you want. Be more of your loveliness in the world. Own it. Take care of your physical body in some way today, some gift you give it. That can be not eating a substance. It can be adding in a substance. It can be choosing to minimize a substance that you know probably isn't good for you, but you're not yet ready to let it all go. It's huge in being kind to ourselves in this shifting process that we are entering into. Know that you are powerful AF, and that the universe has your back. Whatever you call your higher power, open, willing, ready, guide me is your mantra to the universe, the great central sun, God, Jesus, Allah. It does not matter what we call them. It only matters that we call them, because then we're allowing them in to help us. Good morning, Adina. So just another plug for the retreat coming up May 8th through the 15th. If you are ready to shift, if you are serious about living the rest of your life from a very different platform of empowerment, understanding, intuitive hits that you now can trust, come to the retreat. Again, there are several different payment options. Visit my site, solarpower.net. I am going to be doing a little rebranding because I am more alignment. I love the solar power because power is a thing that I've known was important for us to understand. But the Wisdom Guided Oracle is something I brought in years ago, and I really align with that. So I'm going to be doing a transition into that with hopefully not shocking and losing people. But those that are meant to stay will stay. Those that are not will pass on. I love you all. I am so grateful that you come and be here and with me and support me. And I can't wait to the day when we actually get to meet in person. And I do believe that will happen. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your Wisdom Guided Oracle.